All right, well, this is the grocery haul for this week. I just wanted to show you what this is. This total is coming in at $118 and some change. So let me show you. There were a few good deals I want to show you about this week for Kroger groceries. And again, there's a lot of treats and things like that because Christmas is coming up. So let me go ahead and show you what the good deals were. First of all, these, gosh, what are these? These are 3-pound bags of the cutie oranges, which are the best because kids can peel them really easily. Those were buy one, get one free. So that came out to $2.50 a bag. Yes, we got bananas too. Yes. So those were a really good deal. This is 12 rolls here. It says 24 regular. It's 12 rolls. Again, it's not fancy toilet paper, just Kroger regular toilet paper. I have 2 of those, you can see. Those were on sale, and then there was also coupons, so those ended up being $3 each for 12 rolls, so that's pretty good. LaCroix were $2.49, which is a pretty good deal for LaCroix, so I got some of those. And then the other thing that was a pretty good deal, these guys, so these are like the fancy brownie mixes, which again are usually like $4. They were $2.50, which is still a little bit expensive, but they're really good. These are the ones that have like, this one even has like the frosting and stuff. So these ones were $1.50, which is, you know, normal price. But Bird's Eye things were still on sale. These were, I think, $1.49 with the coupon and everything. Again, there's lots of different Bird's Eyes. I get the sweet potatoes because my daughter really loves to eat sweet potatoes. But I also like to get her the butternut squash ones because, again, she eats them. And I'm like, more power to you, kid. Those are healthy. So those were the things that were good deals this week. Some things that I'm going to be making. For Christmas, I'm going to make some like a little, you know, the cocktail smokies here. So I have the little smokies and the grape jam and the barbecue sauce. Again, won't use all of those on those, but just wanted to make sure I had enough. And then a couple other things that I'm making this week here. I am making 2 new recipes, which is probably more ambitious than I should have been, but I am making a hot honey chicken bowl, which looks really good and has like a kind of like a coleslaw-y thing. Again, I will try to post the recipe in the comments. But again, that's about the only way you get me to eat cabbage here. But again, normally cabbage can be real cheap, like not apparently in December, but it was not. So I bought this instead of, because I was like, if it's going to be the same price to get the stuff that's already chopped up or the stuff that's not, I'm going to go ahead and go with the stuff that's already chopped up. Whereas normally, like sometimes you can get cabbage for like, you know, less than $1 a head. And let's just say that's a lot of cabbage. Probably more cabbage than most people want. But anyways, so that's one thing. So it's like you make the quinoa, just regular quinoa, you make the chicken, you make the kind of like, and I don't even think it's not like a mayonnaise coleslaw or something. I'll look at the recipe again, but I figured it was a little healthier. It had all the cabbage from there, so it had some veggies and it had the quinoa. So just trying to do something different than always doing things over rice, right? Again, I'm okay with that being kind of a go-to sometimes, but trying to incorporate more things like quinoas and things that are a little bit more nutritious. And then I'm going to do another one that looks pretty good because I had some ground up chicken meat from before. So I'm going to make some chicken meatballs. And so that's what the breadcrumbs and so it's chicken meatballs. And I think you maybe put some feta in there or something. So it's kind of like a Greek chicken meatballs. And then I make like put them over pasta, like an orzo, heavy whipping cream, dill, things like that. So it sounded yummy. Again, the heavy whipping cream, so not really that like healthy, but, thought I would give something a try. One other thing, again, I talked about a lot of treats here because it is the Christmas season. So one thing I'm trying to find, like, you know, when it's Christmas or it's holiday time or party time or things like that, you know, bringing like an appetizer or something, which I never make appetizers, so I don't really know anything that's easy. And also something that I found that's really it's stressful to me is like making like a hot appetizer or something that you have to then like get the timing right to like take it to wherever you're going. So I was like, what are some make ahead things? So this one is a like a sweet treat, but I made it for our home group the other night and it was really good and it was pretty easy. So it involved cream cheese. So you would take a block of cream cheese. You would take, again, I'll post the actual recipe, but I think it's 2/3 cups of powdered sugar and a little vanilla. And you just mix that up with the mixer. And then you spread that down on a plate or a dish or something like that. You drizzle a little caramel. Again, the recipe called for more caramel than I thought. That's why I bought this one this time, because I thought, oh, these can last for a little while. And then if I make it like down the road, I'll have some caramel to go back to and I don't have that big old thing of caramel. So you take that, you put like it makes like a cheesecake, right? Basically like a cheesecake dip, and then you drizzle the caramel on top, and then you have, you can like chop up peanuts. I mean, you wouldn't necessarily have to put anything on top, but the recipe calls for like chopped up peanuts and walnuts. I just did peanuts, and then also like a Heath toffee bar. Again, you could do all those toppings or you wouldn't have to do all those toppings. And then, chopping up apples, which you can put those in a little water with lemon juice, kind of let them sit for about 5 minutes, and then they could be pulled out whenever ready. So you could do that in advance. But you could also, if you wanted to be lazy and not chop anything up, you could just do it with graham crackers. Or you could do it with both if you want to be fancy. So again, it could be as easy as you got a box of graham crackers, you got some cream cheese, some powdered sugar, some caramel. Again, it could be, you want nugget ice? My daughter is into nugget ice now. So yes, you may have some nugget ice. Her mom is a bad influence on her. So, okay, so that's the deal. Again, this total is coming out to $118. I hope you all have a wonderful Merry Christmas and good luck with all. Hopefully, this Christmas is a season of blessing, and hopefully you're not feeling stressed about budget and that sort of thing. Just wishing you all a Merry Christmas and to 2026, and just that it's a great year of healthy eating, but also just really, staying in budget and being really cognizant of that and not stressed about it. All right, blessings on y'all and have a wonderful week.